like that picture. Fits pretty nicely on my wall, if I do say so myself. It's actually her that gave it to me, so my camera recognized the face for a second there. I guess Mom is out to do her radiation treatment today, so I was thinking I might run down to the store in a little bit here because we're getting low on some stuff. Today's Monday, right? Okay, so today's November 20th. Yeah, radiation. Okay. She doesn't do it on the weekends. That's the thing. Yeah, I was wondering why she didn't go yesterday. I forgot it was Sunday. It's amazing how quickly I lose track of days of the week. This is like the first sunny day we've had in forever here. It's pretty nice out there. What is that on my car? Dude, what the heck is that? I thought it was a bird at first, but can you even see that? Is that a note? Wait a minute. Wait, did they leave that before they left or something? What's going on here? That wasn't there like an hour ago. I was just standing here looking out here. It's folded like a triangle. Let me get inside. It's a little cold out here. I'm pretty sure that note wasn't there like an hour ago, if it is a note. So I was just looking out there. Oh, this is weird. I'm gonna have to ask Mom about it when she gets home. AC just clicked on, or not the AC, but the heater. Kind of feels good standing here right in front of it. Jeez, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it was the kid next door? There is a guy who lives next door who knows about me. Let me just set you up here for a second. Here, hang on. Alright, let's see. I have something to show you. Find it at the what? The curve? Is that what that says? Curve where you saw the old woman in the park. No harm will befall you. Parentheses, parentheses, X. This is weird. Yeah, that's the signature. I guess that's a signature. Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Mom about that when she gets home. This is weird. Find it at the curve where you saw the old woman in the park. I know what he's talking about, but how does he know about that? Obviously it's somebody who watches my videos, because that's the only place I've mentioned that. No harm will befall you. I recognize that line, no harm will befall you, is from the movie Willow. Which, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one in the world who's seen that movie. But, I assume that's, like, why else would you word it like that, no harm will befall you? Wouldn't you just say, you know, you're not in trouble or something? I wonder if I should call the police. I don't know though, it doesn't seem like they're threatening them. Man, now I want to go look and see. What is with that signature? Parentheses, parentheses, X. Chugga would just love that signature. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask them. Man, I really hope when they get back, I'm gonna find out if they might be pranking me or something. I don't know. I don't think that's something they would do though. It's not like them to do that. I don't know. Les can be pretty funny though sometimes. Like yesterday, I went out there and grabbed a piece of garlic bread, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad you took that one. That's the one we dropped on the floor." It's just little things like that. He'll say stuff like that, and it's really funny. This doesn't look like either of their handwriting. It's definitely not Mom's handwriting. It's cursive also. That's what's weird, is I was saying it might be the kid next door. Do they even still teach cursive in schools, though? So I think if it was a kid, it wouldn't be written in cursive. I've only seen him like once, and that was like 3 weeks ago. Actually more than that, maybe even a month by now. But yeah, he has a YouTube channel, but I'm not going to say it on here or anything. Holy crap, man. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like, I know I should be like weirded out about this, but in a way, it's like so rare that anything interesting happens in my life. I shouldn't be so. Like, I know I should be more paranoid about this. Maybe it's better that I don't tell Mom, because she would want me to call the police. Like, she'd be very paranoid about it. I don't know. There's not like anybody watching out my window, is there? Jeez. I guess I am all paranoid now. I'm gonna look out there again. I'm telling you, that note was not there an hour ago. The fact that it's there now, right after they left, that's why I keep thinking, maybe it was them. But she's going to get radiation treatment. They wouldn't take the time to do all that. I need to just look one more time. Maybe somebody's watching from like a window or something. I'm gonna be careful though. I mean, what is it that I don't want to give away? What, that I'm aware that the note was there, that I picked it up? I mean, they're gonna know that anyway. It's like, I'm not giving myself away. It could be anybody up there. Jeez. What? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's really cold out here. We almost didn't have a fall, I'll tell you that. I don't know. Somebody's out there. This wind feels good. It's wind through the hair, man. There's like wind chimes over there. Jeez, I almost want to get in the car and just drive down there right now. Now I'm curious. What's that? How would I know where to look, though? I mean, he said by the curve where I saw the old lady. Does he mean like right there on the road, on the, or does he mean like in the grass outside of the curve or something? Hang on a second. Let me look at that one more time. I can't believe this is happening right now. So nothing like this ever happens to me. I'm not trying to say that in a bad way, but... Huh. Okay, this thing that I think is a signature might actually be a map. He's drawing the curve, and he says the X is where... Is that where it is? He says, I have something to show you. Why would you... If you wanted to show me something, why wouldn't you just bring it to me? Would you at least, like, email me or something? Who in the world would do this? I don't know, guys. It's relatively nice weather today. If I'm going to go, I should really check it out today. Because these last few days, these last several days have been pretty bad. I just want to wait until they get home first, you know, so I can ask them about it. But I'm telling you, it's not them. This is weird, guys. I mean, if I go out there, is somebody going to be there? Or is it just going to be a thing or something? You have something to show me. Or, so like maybe the winning lottery numbers for tomorrow or something? Yeah, right. Speaking of which, I never checked those lottery tickets I bought before I went to Atlanta. So I bought Pick 4 tickets. And I picked like all odd numbers. And it ended up happening. And 7735 was one of the results, but as you can see, I picked 7739. So I missed it by one number. Anyway, that's beside the point. Why am I even talking about that right now? This is so weird. I can't believe this. Oh, I need to just get the hell out there. Like, what is it that... Is it something... Is it something that would be affected by the weather? I mean, you couldn't just leave something out there if it was something mechanical. Like, is it a tape or something? Some fucking Marble Hornets shit going on here? I mean, it's not doing any good standing here talking about it. I should just go check it out. I kind of don't want to, though. Like, surely nobody's actually out here trying to kill me, right? But, geez, these days, how do you even know? Well, it's like I said before, it's obviously somebody who watches my videos, but once again, if you watch my videos, you could just email me. You're gonna make this all cryptic, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go check it out right now, like today. I don't even know if I should be putting these videos up. No, I gotta go see what it is. Hang on a second. Sure, lock that door. The other thing I found weird about this is the way he folded the note into a triangle. Or she. Like, that's usually only something that I would do. No. I don't know. Need to go get my oil changed. Yeah, I need to like get some Velcro or something so I can stick that on the dashboard without it rolling all over the place. Dave Matthews Band 2-Step. I'd like to be listening to that, but I just can't listen to music right now. I'm not in this state of mind. It's so weird because I don't want to make it sound like this is such a good thing, but I kind of feel more alive than usual. And there's me. He's following me. That's actually, you know, a thing. Like if they were watching me, they might follow me. See somebody coming up, but yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like I can't look at the world like that right now. But at the same time, if I'm not careful, if I'm not paranoid about this, I mean, I should be paranoid, right? Like, I've never dealt with anything like this before. I mean, I'm already a pretty paranoid person as it is, but not, like, real. You know, it's like a game, you know? I say, oh, like the Truman Show, you know? Like, every car I see could potentially be a PI. You know, I said things like that in the past, but I know, realistically, that that's not the case. You know, I may say things like that, you know, but I know that that's not true. I know that's not really, you know, there's no Truman Show or any of that. I don't know if I should be doing this, man. Like, what if they're just waiting here for me? I mean, if they watch my videos, they also know what car I drive, so they would know, you know, when I arrived here. But who would be waiting out here in this weather? It's like I was saying before, all that time I spend being paranoid about every car I see or every person I see. And now for the first time, it's like I actually have a reason to be. If he's talking about where I think he is, it's like right down there, but I was in a park over here. I didn't even bring my phone. I always bring my phone to catch the Pokestops here, and I didn't even bring it. I can't believe I didn't think to. I guess that shows how much distracted I really am here. Okay, well, sure is a beautiful day. You don't realize how beautiful it is until, alright. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna know. It's basically the curve to the left and the exits to the right. I mean, it's either something's gonna be there or I don't even know what I'm looking for. Is it gonna be a person? I mean, it couldn't be a person though. Like, how would they know when I was coming, you know? They're not gonna stand out here in this weather. Maybe they would, I don't know. Somebody's camped out there or something. I shudder at the thought of what I'm going to find when I get there. I know I said I was going to turn the camera off until I got there, but I feel like I need to keep it rolling here just in case something happens here. Let's see anybody. Nobody followed me into the park, so I guess that's good. Or if they did, I didn't see them. Like, I mean, driving in, not following in. There's a couple of guys down there, but they're just walking the dog or something. Okay, so it's like right down here. Right down here, the road goes off and it goes into the woods. Down that way. And then, like, it curves to the left just after that. Yeah, I'll get back to you in a second. I don't see anybody out here now. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, just the dogs. Could it be? don't want him to think I'm filming him or something. Jeez. I'll get over there in a second. I don't want to have any encounters here. That's probably just nobody. But, shit, dude. I don't know. I'm a little paranoid about this. He's not going there to leave it right now, is he? He can seriously be it. Alright, well. There's 709 right there. I don't know how much, I hope the wind is not blowing too bad here. Whatever it is, if there's something there, he didn't leave anything. Okay, well that's the curve right there. You see it up ahead. Parentheses, parentheses, X, right there. Jesus, there's nobody following, is there? Holy shit, man. What the fuck am I doing out here? This isn't really happening right now. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was actually like legit fearful for my life. He's still there, but I don't think it's him. But he was just here to make sure that I got it or something. Path going that way. So maybe down there. Even driving down there. I don't know. Well, this is it. I mean, whatever it is, it's got to be over here somewhere. I don't see anybody here. The old lady's not here. It's fine by me. At this point, I can just ask her a question or something if she showed up here. Gee, this is not going to make any sense at all. I'm even filming this shit. Okay, so we're at the curve. What am I supposed to be looking for here? What is that over there? Oh, that's just a puddle. Well, the sky was reflecting off of it, making it look like there was something. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Holy shit. There is something there. It's right there. Jeez. Sure, there's nobody watching me here. Right? Like if I go to pick this up, I'm gonna come from behind and like hit me in the head or something. Okay, I'm going for it. Somebody wrapped in saran wrap? Oh. Well, I'm gonna get back to the car. We can look at this later. I don't like being out here like this. I don't see anybody. It's just the guy with the dogs. Yeah. Shit, man. What if he was there to make sure I got it? I mean, normally, you know, maybe if I was smart, I'd actually go approach him and ask him, but I was so freaking shy, dude. Last thing I do is want to start something up with somebody, especially if it turned out he had nothing to do with it. I just need to get out of here. I just need to get out of here. Is anybody... What is that right there? A pile of sticks. Looks like kind of a... Like somebody built a shelter in there or something. Oh. What in the world is this? Looks like an external hard drive, maybe. It's kind of small. Take a better look at that when we get in the car. Jeez, I just need to get out of here. I can't believe I'm so paranoid right now. This is so stupid. I saw some. Well, I thought I heard something. I saw somebody. Oh, there's that path in the woods. I was walking down that path just the other day, or about a month ago, talking about stuff like whether the physical world exists. Man, hell if I even know anymore. I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be filming this. You guys are going to get all worried. And then maybe, I mean, don't do anything. If anybody's like thinking about trying to contact the police in my area to say, oh, check out this guy on YouTube, I think he might be in trouble. Don't do that. Like, I'll take care of it. I might just take it up there and see if they can scan for fingerprints or something. I don't know. I could do that, I guess. I'd do something. Figure out who this is. I mean, they didn't, whoever it is, they didn't try to hurt me yet or anything. Of course, how are they to know when I was going to come down there and get this thing? What is even on this thing? That's what I'm more curious about than anything. Assuming that it is an external hard drive, which I'm pretty sure it is. You see why they wrapped it in saran wrap to protect it from the weather. There were a couple leaves on top of it, so it's clear it's been there for at least a little while, maybe a day. This should be happening when I'm sick right now. I can, like, my breathing is like horrible right now. I shouldn't be out here walking in this cold ass weather when I've got whatever this is. I think it's the flu, but I'm not too sure. I don't see the guy and the dogs anymore. Any second now, cars is gonna pull in here and run over me or something. So, who needs these thoughts, man? A couple nights later, sorry I haven't been updating on this, I've been a little sick, but anyway, so I went ahead and got that hard drive and plugged it in. It's a lucky thing I actually had a cord to plug it in with, because when I didn't even think about this when I was out in the park, but they didn't actually, whoever it is, they didn't leave me a USB cable to plug it in with. Fortunately I had one, so it worked out good, and it happened to be the same brand. So, I mean, I don't know how they know what brand I'm using. They probably saw me post on Twitter about it, like when I was posting about my copying those tapes and all. Anyway, I plugged it in, and, well, anyway, I moved my glass of water out of the way here. It's cranberry juice. Jeez. I haven't looked at what's on it yet, but look at this. I'm not... They don't actually make hard drives that big, do they? It's not as far as I was aware. I mean, I went and got a 2 terabyte on Amazon, and the thing was like $50. How much does one of these cost? I don't want to even imagine. So what I did was I actually Googled, you know, because I assume this is 200 terabytes, and it just, you know, how they always, they're not as big as they say they are or whatever. So I Googled 200 terabyte hard drive over here, and I got some weird results. I don't know. Mostly new HT Tech to enable 100 terabyte. I don't know what that even means, but 100 to 200 must be looking up something else. But I saw one result down here that said hard drives will be 40 terabytes by 2020. Well, anyway, I'll take a look and see what's on it, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm too sick right now to even think about any of this. Plus, I've been watching Stranger Things. That sure isn't helping my imagination. You know, I'm going crazy thinking, what is this? What is that? It's too many possibilities at this point. Freaking 200 terabytes, though. Well, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll see what's on it. Alright, so I don't want you to panic when you hear this, but you're going to recognize this voice, and you're going to be freaking out right now. Yes, this is you. This is not fake. Although I know in the climate you're in right now, you may be inclined to think so. But okay. this little effect that I'm doing to my voice here, I know you recognize it because that's how you edit your videos. You play them about 1.25 speed or so. So that's how I know you're going to recognize this. But this is not going to make much sense if I don't explain things. I don't have a lot of time here because, you know, surprising as it may seem, you don't have as much privacy as you would think you would as President of the United States of America. I know you're hearing this and probably just shaking your head right now, but this is me. This is you. This is Timothy Bishop. And I am President of the United States. And the year is 2027. I had a bit of a time picking an exact date to send this to, because I had to think about it a lot, actually, but I figured I knew that you had posted your October 20th tape just a short time before this, and I know that on that tape you mentioned sarcastically about, you know, how the 47th President of the United States used to sit up in his room and make cassette tapes. Well, apparently you're more of a precog than you ever thought, because here we are. Once again, I don't expect you to believe this, but I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, either you're going to believe it or you're not. I already know you're probably going to be playing this on YouTube. In fact, if I wanted to, I could probably bring up the video myself and see that you have, but if I'm being honest here, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. Obviously, being president doesn't afford me that kind of time anymore. Some days I sure do miss it. But part of the reason I was able to do this to begin with is because I became president. And I was let in on a lot of extremely classified secrets, one of which is the fact that I'm able to do this right now. I know this must be a lot of pressure. You're probably listening to this thinking, what does he want me to do? I don't know exactly, and anything that I say has the potential to drastically change the future, which almost makes me wonder why I'm even bothering to do this at all. I just know that this is something that has always fascinated me, and I've wanted you to be able to revel in it yourself a little bit, you know? Oh, it's hard to explain. I feel like I know myself better than anybody, but even I don't know how I would have reacted had I known this, because here's the problem. In my memory, this never happened. I never picked up this hard drive in the park that day. And by making this recording and sending the hard drive to you, I basically... What's even going to happen here? I think I hear footsteps outside. I think it's just the security guys. Alright, I'd always said one day I was going to end up living in Washington, D.C. Well, I know we always said we'd move to Seattle, didn't we? But then you went to MagFest and you fell in love with National Harbor, and, well, Washington, D.C. is not quite National Harbor, but I could be doing a lot worse. I'll tell you that. I'm trying to figure this out, though, because I guess the fact that I haven't actually taken this file and put it on the hard drive yet may be part of the reason why I don't remember picking it up yet. I'm not sure how time travel works exactly, and I think part of the reason we don't use it is just because of that very fact. You know, you could end up with some kind of paradox, and geez, who even knows? I'm not even sure why I'm doing this. Like, what exactly I'm trying to accomplish here, I'm not sure. Yeah, I did say before that I'm not on YouTube anymore. Well, you're not on YouTube. Obviously, you have other things to do now. And that's a little unfortunate, because I think some of my happiest days were the days when I made those videos. I don't want to, like, ruin it for you. There's so many things that I could tell you about your mom, about your career, about yourself. But if I did those things, if I told you about those things, I just don't see how knowing that information is going to help you. And I know you'd love to know. I'm sure you wish I'd had some lottery numbers or something that I could give to you, but by doing that, I know that that would drastically change the past. And I can't do that. One of the things they told me in the orientation when we talked about this was, number one, that I would never tell anybody about it. Obviously, there's only about 7 or 8 people that actually know that we have this technology to do this now. And I'm one of them now. And none of the other guys know that I'm doing this. In fact, I haven't done it yet, technically. I'm still just recording the message. I could just record this message and not do anything with it at all. Maybe never put it on a hard drive and never send it off. I wish there was more that I could explain about this, but the whole thing is really confusing to think about, because they made so many movies about it, and, you know, we have all these rules established about this is this and that is that, but, man. What if I do send this back in time and it ends up changing your mind and you don't become president? What is that? Well, then what happens to me then? Does this just become an alternate universe? Do I cease to exist? Or is it just the timeline that ceases to exist, and maybe I only think that I'm here? We were just talking about this not that long ago either, though, weren't we? Well, you were. You were talking about whether the physical world exists, since you're so fascinated by that stuff. And I guess if you wanted to, knowing what you know now, you could change your mind. You could decide not to study, look into politics, look into trade, foreign policy. I mean, I remember thinking, I didn't know anything about politics. I know you don't. And I never thought I would. This is not something that has ever really interested me. But then what if the only reason I started studying in the first place was because I sent this thing back in time? Maybe if I don't send this thing back in time, that'll cause me not to become president. I mean, is it that? Yes, I still burp pretty regularly. I'm sure the burp will sound funny and fast forward, but then, well, you hear it all the time, don't you? God, I miss those days. Just making YouTube videos all day long. You were never very good at managing your time, though, were you? On the other hand, I can't imagine how much comfort it must bring you to think, hey, I'm still going to be alive in 10 years. Wouldn't everybody love to hear something like that? I mean, I know you're at one of those points in your life. You were just kind of coming out of it, I think, around the end of 2017. You were just starting to come out of that, stopping thinking about that all the time, because I know for a while you did. You constantly worried about your mortality and how this could be the last day of your life and all that stuff, but you know as well as I do, it doesn't do any good to think that. I mean, you know, you're not going to know the difference when it's over anyways. Why do you worry about it? Maybe the only reason I stopped thinking about it was because I sent myself this message. God, why is this so confusing? I can't even imagine how confusing it must be for you if I do send this message, let alone how confusing it is for me. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, because I don't have to worry about file sizes or anything like that. You're probably going to freak out when you see the size of this hard drive, too. I mean, what were hard drives back then, 10 years ago? I think the biggest ones were like 4, maybe 10 terabytes. Something. I mean, it's weird because there's so many things I want to tell you. I guess I can tell you this without changing too much. You do still have a Twitch channel, and you do still broadcast on it, but you broadcast as the president now. Twitch is a little different than it was back then. It used to be all gaming, well now it's kind of... It's become... Well, like I said, it's... How do I say this without giving too much away? Like, if I say one thing, I feel like if I say too much, you're going to think, oh, well, that must mean they're still successful. I should buy stock in them right now. But then you buy stock in them, you become rich, and then what? Then you mess up your future again, you know? You take away all your incentive. Well, I mean, money's not the only reason to become president. We still only make $400K a year. They haven't changed that. It's a little surprising, if I'm being honest, but... On the other hand, the free rent is not a bad deal either, so there's that. But, I mean... I guess if there's any good news I can give you, it's that the country's still here, and we're okay, and we're doing fine. A lot of crazy shit went down that decade, I do remember, but everything's okay here. You know, how many times have we thought that this was the end of the road for us, you know? How many times have you thought that in your life? I mean, you even wrote a song about it. Well, this is getting a little long. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. So, I guess I'll be in touch. I'm not sure just how yet, but rest assured, everything's fine. Nobody's stalking you or anything, because you're probably going to think that at first. I don't know. I didn't really think this through, like how you were going to react to this. But we'll see. Till then, take care.